Magic, heroes, epic battles. You think you've seen it all, but Star vs. the Forces of Evil breathes fresh air into the magic girl genre that is so popular in Japan. I'm Maggie from Channel Frederator, and there's so much more to the story than unicorns, three-eyed baby potatoes, and awesome nachos. So whether you're a die-hard fan or just wondering what all the fuss is about, there's something that you can learn as Channel Frederator counts down the 107 facts about Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Let's get started. Star vs. the Forces of Evil is a cartoon created by Darren Nefsey for the Disney Channel. This is a big deal as she's the only female animator with her own show in Disney's long history. Hey, you go girl! Number 2. The show ran on Disney Channel on January 18th, 2015, before officially airing on Disney XD on March 30th, 2015. Disney XD is their channel aimed at preteen and teenage viewers, which is how Nefsey gets away with more intricate plot lines. Number 3. Now run animated show on Disney. Nefsey has said that she did not feel discrimination when she pitched the show around. Here's to hoping that the success of Star means that many more female animators will have just as a pleasant experience in the future. Number 4. The premiere on Disney XD is currently the most watched premiere in Disney XD's history. Number 5. Before making her way to Disney, Nefsey pitched the show to Cartoon Network during her 3rd year of college. So while most of us were trying to figure out what to do with our lives, she was already opening doors with major networks. Thanks, Nefsey. That is a lot to live up to. Number 6. Nefsey studied animation at Cal Arts in Valencia, California, the same school that produced famous animators such as John Lasseter, Brad Bird, and Alex Hirsch. Maybe those names don't ring a bell, so how about I name some of their work? Toy Story, Frozen, The Incredibles, Iron Giant, Gravity Falls. I could be going and going with the successive stories out of that animation program. Number 7. Nefsey pitched the show for Cartoon Network as the Cartoon Institute, an idealistic attempt to showcase animated shorts without the interference of network's executives. The event didn't get her show at Cartoon Network, but she got a glimpse into the world as she continued to develop the characters from Star. Number 8. Unfortunately, it would take 6 years before Nefsey successfully pitched it to Disney. In those 6 years, Nefsey cut her teeth working production for other animated workers. Like many success stories before her, Nefsey proved that commitment really pays off in the end. Number 9. Some of her pre-Star work included being a storyboard revisionist for Wander Over Yonder, and she did design for a cartoon called Mad. Number 10. The theme song was composed by Brad Breek, who also did the theme for Gravity Falls. But don't go thinking he had some kind of insider advantage. Nefsey picked his theme from his blind submission, only realizing that it was Breek after selecting his track. Number 11. Like Adventure Time and Steven Universe, Star vs. the Forces of Evil is a storyboard-driven show. A storyboard is basically a series of drawings depicting the scenes of the show before the actual animation process. Number 12. According to Nefsey, this is where the writing is done by taking a 2-page outline and turning it into a full script. A storyboard for a typical show would require 2,000 drawings to be done in a 6-week period. If those numbers are already making your hands cramp, keep in mind that's just the storyboard. Number 13. A season of Star takes up to 2.5 years to make from start to finish. So next time you see an episode and are in awe of how polished it looks, you can think back to that number. Number 14. After years of watching stereotypical female leads in America, Nefsey decided to base Star off of the characters she admired coming out of Japanese TV shows. Female heroes in Japan are often empowered and have agency over their own decisions, something that we often lack in American productions. Come on, America, get with the times. Number 15. She also actively worked against other known tropes in magical girl media, like Star hiding her powers or being overly heroic. In that sense, Star was developed a lot like popular comic book character heroes in the day. Their creators looked at similar characteristics in the field and picked what they liked and changed what they didn't, and ended up with an iconic superhero like Spider-Man. With great girl power comes great responsibility. Number 16. Nefsey originally wanted Star to be a 4th grader, but executives wanted the character to be a little bit older, which is how she ended up in middle school. This may have been different than what Nefsey wanted, but it allowed the show to play around with concepts that fall more in line with the teenage audience of Disney XD. Number 17. In fact, he and her friends drew a comic while they were in middle school about what high school would be like. The only problem was that when they made it into high school, it was nothing like what they had written. Star is an opportunity to create the high school that she envisioned. Number 18. In early drafts, Star Butterfly was a normal human who wanted to be magical, but ended up accomplishing her goals through sheer determination. Eventually, she turned into a magic wielder, but never lost the determination that drives every episode. Number 19. Star also doesn't really go after bad guys unless they're attacked first. Another attempt to avoid common anime tropes. What may seem like a bad decision. I mean, come on, who doesn't want a hero who fights the bad guys? Ended up making Star stick out even more. The show revolves around her sometimes awkward interactions with baddies, and the complications that arise when she misuses her powers. Number 20. Star might seem fearless, but she actually suffers from coulrophobia, more commonly known as the fear of clowns. Oh man, that is definitely the most relatable part of the show. Where was Star when I was watching It by Stephen King for the first time? Number 21. Ellen Sure, the voice of Star, likes the character because she's always wrong and always messing up, but has a good heart and is fiercely loyal when it comes to friends. Number 22. Nefsi's influences are primarily Japanese, like Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Kamehameha, Magic Knight, Ray Earth, Revolutionary Girl, and Unico, which if you aren't familiar with those, I think it's easiest to say that her Japanese influences come from widely intense shows with female leads. Number 23. As for American influences, Nefsi has cited shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and other comic books Scott Pilgrim that have helped define her style. Number 24. When finding a voice actress for Star, Nefsi had a lot of voice actresses auditions, but they sounded quote-unquote too pretty or too princessy until Eden Shear auditioned. Number 25. The two protagonists started out quite differently than what you see on screen. Star was supposed to be more like Sailor Moon, and Marco was supposed to be obsessed with Dragon Ball Z. Even more surprising, these close friends were originally written as enemies. What we ended up with is pretty amazing, but can you imagine Sailor Moon going against Goku? Ah, the possibilities! Number 26. Star, Ludo, and other series regulars came from the land of Muni, a kingdom in an alternate dimension that is based on the Arthurian legend. That isn't a throwaway comparison either. The show consistently embraces the magical grandeur common in the time of King Arthur. Number 27. Though she seems like it, Star isn't human. She is instead a humanoid species known as Mumin, a person from Muni. This allows her character to be written as a fish out of water quality when she's on Earth, kind of like Mork from Org. Number 28. Despite her appearance, Star Butterfly is absolutely a princess. Come on though, after all we've told you so far, do you really expect Nefsi to create a typical princess? Number 29. People from Muni go through puberty instead of puberty, which causes the growing teens to turn purple and gain extra limbs. Kind of like a caterpillar turning into a butterfly, but with a lot more angst. Number 30. After going through puberty, Star gains a small set of wings on her back. I got a lot of things during puberty, and wings were not one of them. Number 31. Munipendence Day celebrates the day that Mumins defeated the monsters and established Muni. This first episode aired on August 17th, 2015, which is the same day as the Indonesian Independence Day. That's a happy little coincidence, don't you think? Number 32. Muni is full of magic oddities. For instance, did you know that when eating a Muni calzone, the delicious treat will also tell you when you're gonna die? That means that every character on the show is only one visit to Olive Garden away from facing their own mortality. Number 33. Star goes to the Echo Creek Academy, and their football team is the Awesome Possums. Number 34. Since she is a princess, Star receives the royal family wand at the age of 14 per Muni tradition. The wand adjusts its appearance based on the person holding it. Number 35. This ain't your ordinary wand either. It's a multifunctional fighting apparatus. Star has even used it to defend herself against swords. Can you do that, Harry Potter wand? Number 36. The wand isn't infinitely powerful, though. Star finds out it needs to be charged or else it will die forever. Number 37. Of course, every wand has its powers from somewhere, and this one gets it from a miniature unicorn that runs on a treadmill inside the wand's head. Number 38. The battery is a little crystal heart at the base of the star. Much cuter than normal batteries. Number 39. Though Star has a good relation with most humans that she meets, she considers Marco her best friend on Earth and trusts him with almost anything. As with all great relationships, this dynamic gets tested early and often. Number 40. Marco is a green belt in karate, the 4th rank in the karate system. However, being relatively inexperienced does not stop him from kicking monster butt. Number 41. Marco has no magical skills of his own, but instead relies on his karate skills to battle the main villain's army. In this way, he is like Nefsi's original vision for Star. He lacks magical powers, but is still able to contribute through his own will and determination. Number 42. MacArthur calls fans of Marco meatballs. Number 43. Marco's full name is Marco Albazo Diaz, making his initials MUD, which seems perfect for a scrapper like him. Number 44. Also, don't sleep on Marco's super awesome nachos, a special treat that he's making in several episodes, which is like a foreign delicacy to a princess from another dimension. Number 45. Despite fans' desire for them to get together, Marco is interested in someone else, Jackie Lynn Thomas, a skateboarding girl that he's known since kindergarten. Number 46. However, because Star and Marco danced together under the blood moon. According to legend, their souls are now bound together for eternity. I knew they seemed destined for each other. Number 47. Fans that want the two together nicknamed the couple Starco. Come on, fans, don't you know that as soon as you come up with a cute nickname, it's already doomed? I'm looking at you, Bennifer. Number 48. If that does happen, hopefully Star's ex doesn't find out. He's a demon with a serious anger issue. I don't want to assume that Nefsi is pulling from personal experience, but I think we all have exes that would easily translate to a demon character. Except for me, all my exes are great. Number 49. Star also has a crush on a boy named Oscar Greason, a bad boy who lives in his car. Voiced by the original bad boy of Idaho, Napoleon Dynamite himself, John Heater. Number 50. Due to Star's recklessness and because she fired to the kingdom only after one day with her wand, she is sent to Earth to learn how to use her powers safely. Number 51. To help her learn magic, she was given a magic instruction book, which shows every spell that has ever been mastered. Still, if you think that makes her an expert magic user right away, you're only half right. Star often bites off a bit more than she can chew, magically speaking, and gets herself into trouble. Number 52. Star finds Glossorect, a physical embodiment of the book, too disorganized to look up anything important. Number 53. Glossorect is voiced by Jared Tammer, who you probably know for his role as George Bluth Sr. in Arrested Development. Number 54. Though the wand is a valuable family heirloom, Star found to be rather reckless with it, using it as a weapon and doing magic rapidly from it. Star is even seen chewing on the wand. So, something you chew on that can be recklessly used as a weapon, it's basically a pencil, but also magic can come out of it. And number 55. Star has an arsenal of crazy spells. Some of her favorites include Mega Narwhal Blast, Jellybean Hallucination, and Bunny Rabbit Blast. Number 56. Star was babysat by the Royal Guards, which is where she was taught how to fight monsters. She's like Arya Stark from Game of Thrones in that way, except hopefully a little more kid-friendly. Number 57. Ludo is the main antagonist to Star, who controls an army of monsters in his quest to gain Star's wand. Number 58. Ludo, the main villain and cutter of Star's wand, is voiced by Alan Tudyk from a long list of projects such as Firefly, Young Justice, and Big Hero 6. Number 59. Ludo's design is loosely based off the Japanese kappa, or river children. Kappas are usually mischievous tricksters. Number 60. That's not the only secret reference in Ludo's name. Ludo is also Latin for I play, further leaning on the mischievous nature of this villain. Number 61. Ludo wants the wand so bad that he can, of course, take over the world, but that's not all that he wants. What he wants most of all is to have a big boy body and become a lifeguard. Again, Nefsi is layering on realistic attributes to her characters. Ludo is lashing out because he's insecure. Poor guy. Number 62. Ludo has a phobia of being tickled, which must have been rough considering he gets visited by a tickle monster at a birthday party in the show. Number 63. Ludo may be evil, but he is also quite cowardly and weak, mostly hiding behind even bigger monsters. Number 64. After repeated failures, Ludo eventually hires a monster named Toffee as his evil efficiency expert. Kind of like bringing in a consultant to help your failing business, but this business is an evil jerk. Number 65. Toffee is reptilian and can regenerate. just like a lizard. Number 66. Still, despite regenerative powers, he's missing the middle finger on one of his hands. I wonder if he used it too much. Number 67. Unlike other monsters, Toffee is seen wearing a suit and tie in all of his encounters. This helps sell the serious nature of his devotion to evil. Number 68. Toffee also tells Star that the secret to destroying her wand is by using the first spell her mother taught her, called the Whispering Spell. Number 69. The sinister villain Toffee is voiced by Michael C. Hall, who played everyone's favorite serial killer, Dexter. Number 70. Ferguson and Alfonso, nerdy friends of Marco, are voiced by Nate Torrance and Matt Chapman. Torrance, you may know from the recent critical hit Hello Ladies, and Chapman was one of the founders of Homestar Runner and the voice of Strong Bad. Yeah, that's right, Strong Bad is playing a nerd on the show. Oh, the humanity! Number 71. There's only one monster in Ludo's gang to have successfully captured Star's wand without destroying it, and that monster is Lobster Claus. Number 72. If you recognize Lobster Claus's voice, then you must be a fan of comedian Brian Posehn, who voices the evil crustacean. Number 73. The show references an alternate school Star would need to go to if her behavior does not improve. St. Olga's Reform School for Wayward Princesses. It's based off the real Olga Adib, who was not too nice to those who wronged her during her rule in 900 CE. Number 74. St. Olga is run by Miss Hanius, a strict woman who is played by Jessica Walters. I picked a better voice than the matriarch of the Blue family from Arrested Development. I love all my children equally. I don't care for Star. Number 75. You may have noticed a trend for the show. It has an amazing voice cast. Here's a rundown of some shoutouts. Marco is voiced by Adam MacArthur, who has played characters such as Prince Leechar in Star Wars The Clone Wars. Number 76. In the episode Party with the Horse, the crew goes to Amethyst Arcade, which is populated by nerdy squares. All of the squares are voiced by Eddie Deaton, aka Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory. Number 77. Ponyhead is voiced by Jenny Slate, who you might know from Bob Burgers and Jean Ralphio's sister on Parks and Recreation. Number 78. And true television character actor Danny Woodburn gets in all the action as voice of Pixie Taskmaster. Okay, that's it. They got Mickey from Seinfeld. This is the best voice cast I've ever heard. Number 79. If you hear a pinch of King of the Hill and the middle, then you're probably hearing Stephen Root, who guest voices as a life coach on the show. Number 80. Tom, the Demon Prince, is voiced by none other than Ryder Strong, who played Phil in Borderlands and Paul from Cabin Fever. Number 81. The episode School Spirit is the first time we see rich kid Brittany Wong, who is voiced by Mani Noji from films such as Memoirs of a Geisha and the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Number 82. When Star freezes time, her and Mako have to fix it by going to Father Time, the eternal cure of time, by none other than the comedian Jim Gaffigan. I guess he's qualified to be Father Time, since in real life Gaffigan is a father to 5 kids. Number 83. Opposite to him, playing Queen Butterfly, is Ray Griffin, who has played such characters as Vicky in Fairly Odd Parents and Azula in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which basically makes her voice actor royalty in the animation world. Number 84. How do people travel between dimensions? With a pair of dimensional scissors, of course. These tools are used throughout the series to tear into the current dimension and transport people to the location of their choosing. Number 85. Star traveled to St. Olga and other dimensions using her dimensional scissors by cutting a tear in reality to create a portal. Breaking reality frees up show editors to pitch virtually anything because they have a character that can go there with the drop of a hat or the snip of scissors, I guess. Number 86. Despite their power to jump dimensions, dimensional scissors are shown to be a pretty normal accessory for those outside of Earth. Number 87. According to composer Brian H. Kim, each dimension has its own sound, and that Echo Creek is based on laid-back LA indie rock. I can only imagine what kind of music we will hear coming out of the more evil dimensions. Number 88. Each person is seen owning a different pair of scissors as well, sort of like how the royal wand is different for each person. Number 89. The landscape of the time dimension resembles Salvador Dali's painting The Persistence of Memory. Number 90. The episode of Party with the Pony introduces Star's best friend, Flying Princess Ponyhead. Number 91. The character Princess Ponyhead was in the very first version of Star Versus, and was always intended to motivate Star to keep going. She is like the donkey to Star's Shrek, only not so annoying. Number 92. Of course Princess Ponyhead isn't from Beauty She's from uni, like a unicorn. Number 93. Ponyhead is based off of old drawings by Nefsy. I find it pretty amazing that a doodle about a floating unicorn head makes it all the way to a fully fledged TV series. Number 94. Although the original concept was a lot more disturbing than just a floating head. Princess Ponyhead was initially drooling constantly and had blood dripping from her neck, even though she still had those big sparkly eyes. Number 95. One of the teachers in the academy is Mrs. Solnick, who was still human until Star accidentally turned her into a troll. I told you she was irresponsible with her powers. Number 96. Even worse, by the end of the episode, she remains a troll and is turned back. Most TV shows, especially cartoons, have a tendency to reset by the end so as to resolve any problems. Number 97. Though initially resistant to being a troll, Solnick eventually got around to it, even wearing and using troll armor and weapons to save her students when a field trip goes wrong. Number 98. Miss Solnick's favorite weapon is a battle axe, the perfect weapon for troll. Number 99. To promote the show, Disney sitcom star Olivia Holt and Kelly Berglund participated in a promotion by dressing up as Star Butterfly, which means the show started off with an incredibly high bar for cosplay efforts, but if I know cartoon fans, I have a feeling they will rise to the occasion. Number 100. The name Lance Revolution within the show is similar in name and playstyle to the popular rhythm game Dance Dance Revolution. Number 101. Though there hasn't been a confirmation on where Echo Creek is located, the name and general look are similar to the real-life Echo Park in Los Angeles, California, which would explain the choice of LA indie rock for that dimension. Number 102. In the episode Sleep Spell, Marco keeps a tally of all the times that Star has saved him and vice versa. The tally at the beginning of the episode is Star 27 times and Marco 4. By the end of the episode, the score is 29 Star and 5 Marco. Looks like Marco still owes Star big time. Yep. Number 103. Despite Star's easygoing nature, her home is actually pretty close to danger, as it is within view both of Ludo's castle and the Forest of Certain Death. Forests with a literal name are always a problem. I'm looking at you, Hogwarts, and your Forbidden Forest. Number 104. Nefsy has a catalog of short films that she's worked on in the past with different animators and artists, including a short about Patrick's Day with Bobby Miller. Number 105. In addition to animation, Nefsy often paints. She has contributed to the art show Art Attack, which is a British TV show revolving around showcasing art on Disney Junior. Number 106. If you are as fascinated in her process as we are, Darren Nefsy has a Tumblr blog called Hi, I'm Darren Nefsy, and I'm a girl and I draw stuff, where she posts fan art, promos for new episodes, and other work. Releasing art to the fans on a regular basis is just one of the reasons why we love Nefsy's work. Number 107. Nefsy also features early artwork in her Tumblr for all to enjoy. Check out earlier versions of Oscar and Jackie Lynn Thomas there now.
Thank you so much for watching 107 Facts about Star versus the Forces of Evil. Which fact was your favorite? Did we miss any facts? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to Channel Frederator so you don't miss out on any of our videos. And remember, Frederator loves you.